נר שישי.
The sixth light of Hanukkah.
או, שזה משנה, תרש מהרבה.
6 candles for the 6 parts of the Mishnah which resemble the Torah that was given to us, not written at Mount Sinai, the Torah that was given to us orally by the sages.
לא פעם הורים שואלים אותי, למה הילדים לא מתחילים לרדת, ממש לצאת, לעזוב את הדרך של התורה?
Many times parents ask me, why do we see our children who are starting to go down, who are starting to leave the path of the Torah? Why is that happening?
אני אומר להם, כי אין לכם את האור של חנוכה בבית שלכם.
And I say to them, because you don't have the light of Chanukah in your house.
מסתכלים עליי, חנוכה, מדליקים חנוכה, בחנוכה, מה?
They look at me, they don't understand. On Chanukah, you light the Chanukiah. What are you talking about?
חנוכה זה, האור של חנוכה זה, כל השנה צריכים אותו.
The light of Chanukah is something you need all year round.
צריכים להדליק את האור של חנוכה כל השנה כולה, כל החיים.
You need to light the light of Chanukah all year round, all your life.
מהו האור של חנוכה?
And what is the light of Chanukah?
להודות, להלל את השם.
To saying thank you, to praise and to thank Hashem.
אני אומר להם, אם הילדים היו רואים אבא ואמא, שמחים, רוקדים, וואי, השתבח שמו, הלכתי לבית כנסת, וואי, הלכתי, האמא, וואי, עשיתי אפילו השתבח.
I say to them, if your children would see their parents being happy, singing and dancing when they do one of Hashem's commandments, they see the father dancing, oh, I went to shul, I put on tefillin, they see the mother saying, oh, Baruch Hashem, I did Rosh Hashanah, what would the children do?
הילדים היו רואים שהם שמחים ביהדות.
If the children would see their parents are happy from Yiddishkeit,
מה שהם רואים, שזה למעשה, זה התכלית של החיים שלהם.
so they can see that that is the essence of their life.
אז ודאי גם הם, יש להם רצון ממש, וגם להם מאיר אור, גם לילדים מאיר אור של התורה במצוות.
Certainly the children themselves would want to be part of it. Also for them, the light of the Torah and the mitzvahs would shine also on the children.
אם ההורים חשוך להם האור של התורה במצוות, בטח של ילדים, עוד יותר חשוך.
But if the light of the Torah and the mitzvahs is dark and shaded for the parents, certainly for the children, it will be even darker and more shaded.
נו, יהיה רצון שכולם ידליקו, שהאור של חנוכה ידלק בכל בתי ישראל, בכל העולם, כל השנה כולה.
May you all merit that the light of Chanukah will light in your houses and in the houses of all of Am Yisrael for the whole year round.
And what we'd like to ask is, how does this become so universal? How do we make it that it's not just a Jewish people solution to help us in exile, to help us get ready for Mashiach, as people are asking also again, why can't Hashem himself bring Mashiach? Why does it have to be man? People are asking this underneath. So these are the kind of questions that people are asking, whether they're Jewish, not Jewish, and it seems to be these are universal questions. So how is it universal? How did the Garden of Emuna that originally was called the Garden of Emuna now has become the universal? This is the question for both of them.
Rabbi Yonatan is going to answer first. And I don't have to translate. Because he learned that book on his flesh.
Okay, so thank you for the Rav to giving me the merit to answer. I would say something personal, I think. When I read the book for the first time, it was a little pamphlet. It was really a small little book, and today it's like 4 or 5 times from what I read originally. But in the second I read it, it was talking to me. I felt someone was talking to me. So why is it universal? Because we see it touches each and every single human being. And when I had the merit to work with the Rabbi in the translation to Spanish, and we made the first version already universal. Later on, the Rabbi added more chapters, but he told me simply, the message is universal because each and every man was created in the image, the spiritual image of the Creator, which means he's got the potential to get close to the Creator. And that means that every single human being, there's no difference in Emuna if you're Jewish or not Jewish. You are on earth, you have a mission. What is the mission? To know your creator. That's something so basic. That's the first thing a person needs to know. Who created me? And for what reason? So it's universal. Now, a Jew, he's got his special, unique mitzvot that he needs to fulfill. A non-Jew, he's got the 7 universal mitzvot he needs to fulfill. But that's specific to the soul of each and every one. But there's something general that is the universal garden of Emuna. Each and every person can live in heaven in this in this world. How? Doing the things that Rabbi teaches us, the 3 levels of Emuna, and reaching real closeness to the Creator, and he fulfills his mission in life. So why is it universal? Because that's what the Creator wanted, for all humanity to know him and to live a beautiful life on earth. A father loves his children, he wants the best for them. So that's my personal opinion, but the Rabbi surely will add a few more details. But it's a question we hear all the time. Is it only for Jews? Because a rabbi with a beard and a kippah, he wrote it. No, that's something for every human being. That's the same thing for a Jew, a non-Jew. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, if you're man, woman, it doesn't matter. Just read it and live by it, and you will feel what is the Garden of Emuna is heaven on earth. That's my opinion. The Rabbi can correct me if there's something to add.
הייתי במסיעה של הרב אלגוד היקר מאוד, שהוא יספר, גם הוא התקרב על ידי גן אמונה, בשביל שיבינו, הוא גם התקרב. אז מה יותר?
The rabbi suggests that I tell my story because I also became closer through the Garden of Emuna. I was a young, newlywed avrech, and someone came to my house, knocked on the door, and gave me the book, The Garden of Emuna. Now, I didn't come from the Hasidic world, and I heard of the rabbi, but I never read anything that he wrote before. And I took the book. I stayed up all night. I read the book twice, and it's full of footnotes. And when I read it, I just felt that I finally found the truth. It was amazing. Finally, a book that's speaking about the most important things in such a basic language, believing in Hashem, connecting to Hashem, speaking to Hashem, things that for me, I felt were so true, but they were so foreign because no one ever spoke to me about that. I mean, no one ever told me that you've got to speak to Hashem. You know, it was something that was just, for me, it was completely new. And I remember that I tried to work with the book for several months, and it was wonderful. But then I felt that I needed a mentor. And I went to meet the rabbi. I remember what day it was. I remember where I met him. I met the rabbi, if the rabbi remembers, in Rishon LeZion, in a shul called Eshad HaNechalim, number 51. That was the street. I still remember it. It was in Tafshin Samech Tet. First day that I met the rabbi was Kaf Tet Iyar. I still remember the date. And I saw the rabbi and I felt I found my guide and I found my mentor. And I'll tell you what's special for me with the book, The Garden of Emuna. When you read it, you feel that this is why we have been placed on this earthly realm. Hashem wants us to connect to him. And the rabbi's book is the only book that I ever read that really and truly speaks about this basic concept of connecting to Hashem. If you believe him, if you believe in him, you speak to him. And if you don't speak to him, that means that you don't believe in him. And my life changed. And it's become a much better life, thanks to my rabbi and my mentor and my spiritual guide. And I am really and truly living heaven on earth.